Welcome to more CCS Season 5 Week 2 action. I'm back with co-host Dronis. A 2 hours slate tonight ahead of your 2 hour stream. Later on, you got Houston, Miami, Seattle, UC Riverside after this is over. But we got Pitt taking on Penn State. The Nittany Lions sit 0-2. The bottom of the Big Ten. Pittsburgh sits unbeaten at 2-0 after wins over Old Dominion and Air Force. And later tonight, Missouri, number 3, takes on San Diego State, who is unranked for the first time in school history. An in-state rivalry game with Pitt taking on a Penn State, Jonas. And going into this game, I know we talked a lot about the start that Penn State has had, and Nitrous himself. If things go south tonight for the Nittany Lions, should we expect to see a Nitrous crash out? Oh God.
Well, I'm muted?
You. I got you. You're muted.
Oh.
You're muted.
Hi, guys.
He was muted. Sorry, chat.
I'm here now.
Duck smoking cigarette.
Oh yeah, but either way, yeah. I don't know. I guess everything was missed then, but I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Penn State, I would have to pick them as the favorites in this one, but Pittsburgh, they're looking to make a statement for themselves.
That they are. They're trying to remain unbeaten, Jonas, after that 2-0 start. Penn State looking for their first win on the year and first CCS victory in 2025 for the Nittany Lions, but it all starts with Nitrous. Can he hold his mental together for a long series, not have to worry about crashing out after Game 5 if this goes the distance? Because again, in the last series we watched Penn State play, Nitrous lost it before the last game of the series even begun. So at that point, it was already a little bit chalked. And going to Game 5, Houston took advantage of the mentality of Penn State and dominated Game 5 start to finish. Nitrous has to hold it together for Penn State to be successful all season.
Yeah, it's really going to be a talking point, I think, every time we see the Nittany Lions this season. But we'll have to see. We'll have to. I'm expecting him to try and keep his cool in this one. Keep that solid head. But we'll have to see. Pitt, they're looking to be a menace. They're looking to be that disruptor. Duke, Harubi, Messi, they're going 2-0. Most likely, if they get this victory, they will go 4-0 through non-conference. Their final match after Penn State is West Virginia. I know.
They've already won.
I know I had West Virginia losing to Syracuse. I didn't know how Syracuse were playing. That was an oversight by me. And West Virginia, credit where credit's due, they got the victory there. I don't think the Mountaineers can take down Pitt, though.
They already got swept. Pitt's 3-0.
Oh!
That was also Monday night.
My whole point is out the window. Yeah, so, well, then, I guess my point still technically stands. If they win this one, they will go 4-0.
Not they will be 4-0. If they win tonight, Penn State, I believe this is their first game of week 2.
I believe so. I don't think they've taken on. I don't think they've taken on their final opponent quite yet. So I do believe this is their second, because they still have to take on Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, okay. That's also tonight. They're at 7:45.
There you go. So I guess we'll see. We'll see their fate. Most likely before the night is done. I don't know if we'll remember to get an update, but that will be definitely interesting to see, especially following this match. We'll see the outcome, and we'll see how Penn State are able to go into that MTSU game. But either way. This one, it could go either way. I mean, again, if I had to pick a favorite, I would go the Nittany Lions, but the first week heavily favored Pitt, and they got a lot of momentum going into this one.
Okay, let's just start here. If Pitt dominate Penn State and Nitrous loses his cool, I am slamming the Blue Raider money line against Penn State after this is over.
I think that's fair. I think that's 100% a fair assumption to make. But ultimately, that is on Xander. That is on Penn State. I mean, we'll have to see what they'll bring to the table. Again, just to clear up anything right now, Xander and Nitrous are the same person. That's just his name. We're probably going to be going back and forth between calling him Xander and Nitrous all night long. So just be ready for that.
So the players are already joining. Game 1 getting underway now. Join us if you're tired of yapping. Game number 1, Pittsburgh, Penn State. Nitrous is Xander for all you watching at home.
Yeah, and we'll see how he does. He's always kind of the leader of this Nittany Lions team. We'll see if that once again is the case, and he's already on the offensive side. Pitt have a lot to prove, and it would be a big boost for them to go 4-0 through non-conference play. Mafia back wall double lined up and knocked down. Mafia gonna open things up for Penn State.
13 seconds in. This is the start you needed for Penn State, trying to revitalize their season after an 0-2 start, Jonas, and what a win this would be for the Nittany Lions. They could pick off Pitt.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a rough start for them, as we mentioned, but, they were a tournament team last season. They came in as the 8th seed in the East, took down the 9 seed in Villanova 4-1 to advance to the second round, where they win against the eventual runner-up in Drexel, and they took 2 games off of the Dragons. A lot of people didn't think they'd get much more than even 1, and they were able to get 2, put a little bit of pressure on Penn State. Nitrous had a great night that night, and they're, of course, looking to move themselves a little bit further, but unfortunately, their seeding is going to be impacted already by the first week of non-conference play.
Absolutely, but again, I think they had a rough start last season. Again, they play in the Big Ten. There's so many opportunities for quality wins in Big Ten play, Jonas. So I wouldn't hit the red button either yet if I'm Penn State, but Ruby gonna find their first for the Panthers of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, just a little bit of awkwardness there between Xander and Kiliax, and then Messi sweeps through with the demo, and Ruby wide open net sends it right down the pipe. So a great turnaround there for Pitt. Now 1-1 through the first minute, and this one already looking like it could kind of go either way.
So many P's in this series. Pitt, Penn State, Panthers, so many soft battles on this call with the first minute off the clock, Jonas, and both teams on the board early here in game number 1, and again, Penn State probably the favorite to win this, but I have to, if I was a betting man, I think I'm hitting the Pitt money line. I think I trust these guys to continue to improve, and this is a really good Pittsburgh team that I expect to at least be able to win one round of the CCS championship this season.
I mean, I would have to agree with you there. I mean, I know I said I would have to say the favorites are Penn State, but that doesn't mean I still wouldn't put my vote of confidence in Pitt, as they've been having a great start. Unfortunately, the defense has to look a little bit tighter than this, as Xander just snipes the bottom right corner. There was really no one there.
3:17 to go. Xander will find the second for Penn State, and going back to the original comment again, Pitt is 0-2 in the tournament. Penn State is 1-1. And their appearance last season, Pitt's seen 2 different appearances, dropping both in the first round. With 3:15 remaining here in game 1, Ruby over the middle, couldn't find anything he liked there, and Kiliax will start the counter for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, Pitt, I mean, they were a team that kind of got a tough pull in round 1. They faced off against the Aztecs of San Diego State. Now wide opening here for Messi. He's going to put this one away, as Duke was able to break his way downfield, got it over Nitrous, who jumped very early, and Messi there to secure it. But yeah, Pitt, they definitely want to try and make it to round 2 this season. They got to make it all the way to the championship tournament first, and that's when that single elimination can really, really get tough. And honestly, I want to see the Panthers do it. I want to see them get at least 1 win under their belt in the championship tournament.
That'd be a great start. For Pitt. The season before, they pulled Tennessee in the first round. So they've had a couple of really rough first-round pulls in the postseason for Pitt. But Penn State on their own goal. Nitrous at the third.
Yeah, and that one gifted a little bit to Xander, as he picks up his second. Yeah, just went wide. Hunter Ruby just kind of panicked as that one approached the post. Ended up kind of giving it to him. So Penn State will get the lead back as we approach halftime. Off the kickoff, already threatening. Knight just puts it top left. Big save by Duke. Killiax whiffs on the open net, and Pittsburgh escape without conceding.
A big turn of events there for Pitt to able to keep this game within striking distance. Jordan Allen drop down play is good, and the counter is an equalizer.
And I don't know how it's not 2-4 right now, Penn State, but Messi a flick, Hunter Ruby, big dunk, Messi hunting down one. Knight just could not react to the drop down on target, and 2:19, 3-3. It's still anyone's game.
There's no Fahad in the lineup tonight for Penn State. I just realized that. Mafia is a sub in this series for the Nittany Lions, so we'll have to see how things adjust for the Nittany Lion team. With it looks like, wait, are they using the same info as us? What is North Texas doing?
Oh no! Sai, get out!
1:58 to go though. It looks like North Texas is using the same info as we are. I'm not quite sure. 1:50 though on the clock to play, and we are still tied at minute 45 left.
Sorry, don't give me question marks. Just leave. Why is he still here?
I'm going to check to see if they use the same info for Texas State. They're playing Texas State right now.
Okay, you do that. I'll keep up commentary. Yeah, 90 seconds left to go. Intruder in the lobby, but Knight just a beautiful air dribble, just puts it high, got bumped off of it. Pitt trying to turn things around, trying to get something out to safety. That they will. Knight just back to his own corner on the other side, goes out. Flip reset past one. Mafia shot on. Duke will make the save, and Sai is out of the lobby. Do we have confirmation if that's what they were doing?
They don't play for another hour, so I don't know.
So Sai, he just joined the lobby?
I guess someone just had our stream on and knows that I use the same information for every single series and decided to be a little goofball here in week 2.
I would expect nothing less from UNT if I. But that being said, I mean, it would be a great game to join if you were a spectator. As 40 seconds left, 3-3 overtime looming on the horizon. Killiax not looking to let it get to that point, as he will put this one away. Penn State take the lead again.
37 seconds left, and Pitt's been fast to respond, Jonas, so I don't think there's any form of panic yet in the Panthers offense. They've been very fast to get back on the board after the Nittany Lion goals have come through here in game 1, but again, 37 seconds is not a lot of time.
Indeed, it is not. In already possession, heading back to the Nittany Lions. Duke gonna get 50'd well by Killiax. Nitrous lurking on the sidewall again, just trying to play keep away. Big miss there for Messi. Nitrous going middle. Can he deliver it to Mafia? No. Killiax left by himself, but Messi's got no boost upfield. Another good 50 from Nitrous, and we just see Penn State going in circles around Pitt, just looking to waste as much clock as they can, and it looks like they might have done enough. We need to see a last-ditch effort from the Panthers. Duke can't set it on target. No double the clear is made. Hunter Ruby there, but can't keep it alive.
Pitt had the breakaway chance, but couldn't put it on target. Penn State going to lock up game number 1, and what a way to start for the Nittany Lions.
I mean, it was a solid battle. I mean, going a one-goal game to get things underway. Did see Penn State just have a few more shots, 9-6 in terms of that shot category, and those extra 3 shots gave them a little bit more juices. You know, you get Xander 6 shots, and that's not exactly where you want to be. I think Pitt need to be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive side, just trying to take out PSU before they really are able to track their way downfield. But we'll see what they choose to do moving forward.
That we will. I mean, going into game number 2, I mean, Pitt's defense can't allow 4 goals a game, simply put, but I mean, their offense is playing pretty good.
I mean, I think it is. We're seeing some great answers. We're seeing some great bit of pressure. We're seeing Messi really getting physical with the Nittany Lions, and I mean, I think it's one of the great equalizers. I think Penn State maybe a little bit more mechanically inclined than Pittsburgh, but when you're able to get a little bit more scrappy, get those demos going, get those passes going, you really can measure up with some of the best mechanically.
Game 2 needs to be a different story for Pitt to have a chance. You don't want to go down 0-2. Again, Pitt does have experience in Game 5 this season already. 1-0 in Game 5 with a win over Air Force. So they do at least hold off for now in that category, but they've been solid so far, sitting 3-0, trying to remain unbeaten tonight. But 30 seconds into this one, Game 2, Pittsburgh needs to have a better response in Game 1.
They really do. I mean, they do not want to go down this early, and you know, I'm looking forward to see what they're going to be able to do when it comes to conference play in the ACC. But I mean, going 4-0 through non-con would be a huge start. I know we keep saying it, but that's because, you know, we don't see a lot of teams do it. We see a lot of teams, you know, kind of have an even schedule where they have some opponents where they might beat, but there's always seems to be one where they might just fall. And if they're able to overcome that matchup, it's just an omen of a good season to come.
That it is. I mean, again, you know, Pitt has been an ACC favorite for almost 3 straight seasons, ever since that old Florida State Syracuse roster departure from CCS, and they couldn't get the job done the last 2 times, or they've fallen victim to California and Miami. So those are threats they got to worry about later in conference play, and a big save comes through for Duke. But this is a Panther team that really could finally win an ACC tournament.
I mean, absolutely could. I believe after group stage last season, they finished 3rd behind Cal and Clemson. And then when it came to the actual conference tournament, they believe they got eliminated by Clemson in the semifinals of that tournament. They were able to get a nice Game 5 win over NC State, but Clemson has proven to be a threat always in the ACC. They weren't able to get the victory there, and then, of course, round 1 it in the national championship tournament. So they're looking to overcome. They're looking to be a little bit better, and at this point, Nation, I think they're definitely in the running.
I would agree. I mean, halftime here, though, it's still very early on in the season. Pitt's already built quite the resume to start things out here in Season 5, and they're sitting very nicely in terms of, you know, hopes of getting back the CCS championships. But, again, they haven't had the nicest of bracket pools in that tournament, so they're trying to, you know, favor their seeding as much as they can and give them a chance to maybe find some room to make a run, but it's still a long way to go before then.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, you know, next week is the first week of conference play, and they have they take on North Carolina, who they should be able to beat pretty easily, I would expect. Then the week after that, week number 4, they take on Clemson, who, of course, as you just mentioned, knocked them out of the conference tournament last season. So they're going to be looking to get their revenge, but the defense just kind of collapsing on this play, and Mafia kind of giving a freebie for Penn State.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to Pitt's case, I mean, you want to stay away from the 14 to 16 range and the 8-9 range. You don't want to be a 14 through 16 seed because you're going to get slammed in round 1, and you don't want to be an 8 or 9 because you got to play the 1 seed in round 2. So you don't want to be any of those lines where, you know, for Pitt, their sake of making a run, you want to avoid the best teams as long as you can. But a minute 50 to go here in Game 2. Pitt need a response soon.
I could absolutely see Pitt coming in as like a 10, 11, 12 seed. I think that at this point in time, that seems very fitting for me. As a nice redirect there from Kiliak's save, but it's again going to be up to them in the ACC to again prove what they have and to prove they deserve that seeding, as they are looking a bit in trouble here in game number 2. Penn State kind of been doing circles around them. Double from Nitrous on target. Another big save from Hatarubi, but the Panthers can't seem to escape their side with a lot of possession. Here's a look for Duke. Misses wide. Hatarubi will take it up the sidewall for another attempt.
Pass across will be broken up by Nitrous. Last minute commencing here. Kiliak trying to deliver the blow. Oh, good. Gets it to fall. Penn State 2-0.
I mean, this is just taking advantage of an awkward positioning from Hatarubi, just placed on that back wall. Kiliak, just a soft shot, and you can see Duke rushed in from the back post side with none, and it just kind of drops in nicely. And Penn State currently out shooting Pitt 10-1 this game.
1 minute to go here in game number 2. And again, like you mentioned, Pitt getting outshot by a large margin. That one shot is from Duke, and nothing fell here for the really defenseman for this Pitt team. It hasn't really had a lot of help offensively tonight so far. 45 to play. The Panthers down by 2, need to strike with time on the clock.
I mean, we saw some good looks in game number one where they were seeming to respond every single time Penn State were able to score. They kept it tied or within one for the majority of that game, but now things getting a little bit out of hand. We are seeing still some nice defensive saves, as that was a nice block from Messi downfield. Again, pick going to be shut down. Harubi might find something on the center. No, is out of boost. Will fake out one, but Kiliak's on the goal line keeps it out. Now turning into the counter, immediately blocked by Messi. Can Duke reach it? He's got no boost. Messi just booms it upfield, and there is just not enough time for Pitt to get back in it.
And Pitt State, a 2-0 lead. We'll see if they fall victim to a reverse sweep attempt, but still, we've never seen be successful this season, a week and a half in. And could this finally be the first reverse done by Pitt?
I mean, it's always possible. You know, sometimes when it looks the bleakest, that's when teams really step up, when they're kind of backed into that corner. We see them elevate to a new level. But as of right now, Pittsburgh need to change something because, again, getting outshot 13-2 for the final time in that matchup. Pitt had 10 saves, but they were just locked into their own half for so much of that game. Penn State were not stepping off the gas pedal, and now Pitt have to take things into their own hands and create their own kind of pressure.
That they do, and again, it has to start with the offense. I mean, Messi's a newcomer for the Panthers, so they need some help in that department. But you know, again, they've been just get dominated. I mean, again, last game only had one singular offensive shot from Duke. I mean, you can't have that and expect to win close games like this.
Yeah, I mean, we saw their offense. It seemed to be clicking really well in Game 1 Nation. We saw a lot of that, again, being that physicality and kind of getting up in the faces of the Nittany Lions and not being afraid of this team who, again, probably coming into it as the favorites. They have kind of more experience. They've been able to compete with some better teams in the past, and you got to be able to show that you're not afraid, but they looked pretty afraid in that last one. And now, is that Landon?
Why are we getting trolled? 45.
We need to switch the line.
We might need to. 45 seconds left here, though, and I'm gonna deal with this while you talk.
Yeah, and then Landon saying, well, as Harubi slots one right side off of a dime from Messi. Said Messi is a newcomer, want to see him on offense a little more, and that is a beautiful pass. Harubi turning with no boost in the tank to slot it, and Pitt are up one.
I don't know who's leaking information, but if I find out, you're getting fired. 1 minute off the clock, and Landon's out here. It's on the second intruder we've seen in this server.
I just gotta think that both Pittsburgh and Penn State are so confused. That is two strangers to join the lobby in this series. That being said, oh, there's Landon.
Minute and a half off the clock in Penn State. Still down just a mere 1 goal here, Dronis. But again, Pitt's got to find a way to turn things around.
They do indeed. I mean, they got a good start here. They got to keep up the pressure, though. They have that 1 goal lead, and they got to do everything they can to hang on to it. Do not want to start giving Penn State momentum now. Nitrous, a good beat pass, one dunked by Harubi. Kiliak turns with no boost. Harubi to Duke. Taking it everything he can, gets it past Mafia, plays the 50. Xander will break free to the corner. Gets ball, gets boost, gets possession. Now only Harubi left to stand the flick on target, but the save is going to be made.
Rebound from Mafia goes high and wide, quickly broken up by Pitt's defense. Harubi, a flip reset attempt there. Didn't quite get the reset though he was looking for. That's Nitrous over 2, but nothing there for the Penn State star here in game number 3.
A big clear from Harubi. He's got the breakaway. He's going to get that boost. Will leave the ball for a teammate, but it's just going to fall to Xander. Messi flip reset low. Boost gets it well over Nitrous. Duke trying to go middle as Xander will play it out safely to the corner. Less than half this game to go. And Penn State, it just feels like they're almost due for one here. Xander trying to go middle. Messi, another nice clear. Falls back to Nitrous, but he's eliminated by Harubi. That's going to relieve a nice bit of pressure.
2-minute warning approaching here in game number 3, and Pitt almost something to fall their way there, but nothing. Will hold off for now for the Nittany Lions. 2-minute warning, Jonas. What's got to change down the stretch if you're Penn State?
I mean, ultimately, I think we just need to see them play a little bit tighter, Nation. I still think they're just given a little bit too much room to Pitt. We're seeing them look a little bit slower than they have in previous games, especially compared to last game. And now Xander going to play it out, but there's just no one left up front. We are seeing the Nittany Lions give so much space to Pitt. Kiliak, that's a nice flick. It falls to Niger's air dribble pass. Messi, top right corner, no good. Duke is there.
125 to play here in game number 3. Pitt still hold on to a 1-0 lead here at the end of game 3. But again, still a lot of clock to play. Penn State knowing they can score. They got Nitrous in the back pocket. They always can get something out of him down the stretch of these games, Jonas. But right now, Pitt's going to be a little bit careful, knowing what Nitrous on the other side of the field, he can easily score at will.
We said now Mafia looking to get things going. Had nothing there. It's a good 50 from Nitrous. Messi up high. Redirect into that corner. Duke will have the clear. It falls to Kiliak. Just snaps it right back into the corner. Messi sends it out. Mafia there. Soft shot on target. Dealt with by Hadarubi. Now Nitrous on it. No double as it's again boomed away. And we are seeing Pitt, we mentioned want to see them get a little bit more aggressive on defense. It seems to be that's what they're doing, and Penn State have not been able to break through. Now only 30 seconds left to go in regulation.
Quick reset on target. Good. Hadarubi a second. 26 seconds. That should lock up game 3.
It should indeed. I mean, just a good first touch reset. Mafia didn't know where to go and then plays it beautifully into the 50 out of Ruby. A 1v3 to add Pitt on to a 2-0 scoreline. 26 seconds. Penn State doesn't look like they're going to get it done in a sweep. They're going to have to look forward to game 4.
20 seconds left. Pitt, barring a miracle, will at least be back into this series at 2-1. But again, you got to reverse. It's always difficult. We've seen a couple of teams trail 0-2 in this season so far on stream and get all the way to game 5 just for things to go south. And here comes Sander. Nitrous has a first for Penn State.
And it feels like it's about time that he scored in this one. He has really seemed to be doing everything kind of this game, as Mafia is 128 points with a save and Kiliak is sitting at 70. Xander, on the other hand, sitting 500 plus. We know he's kind of that main carry for this team, but that is really being shown in this game as well. As now Kiliak's shot is blocked. Niger's trying to keep it alive. Messi there to kill it, and Pittsburgh will extend the series to at least 4.
Game 4 coming up now, and I mean, in Pitt's case, I got a little nerve-wracking at the end because Penn State jumped on top of the ball after the kickoff, had a shot on target, had a chance to tie it up, but unfortunately for them, missed. We go on to game 4, though, Jonas. Pitt, at least a solid last 5 minutes there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good look for them. Penn State, again, I didn't think we saw the fire we really did from game 2 to game 3. It didn't really seem to translate all too much, and Pitt were able to take advantage. They got their few offensive looks. I believe they only had 4 shots. They were able to put away half of them, and shooting 50% as a team, that's a pretty good look in against a team like Penn State. I'm assuming they're going to look to do the exact same here, but I'm also expecting the Nittany Lions to really try and respond after that loss.
Back to Hadarubi, fires up top, no good. Kiliak's beautiful redirect out of harm's way. Now sets up Nitrous for Mafia downfield. Couldn't get there, way too far ahead of that last player offensively for Penn State. But first 30 seconds, both teams a give and go, but nothing able to connect.
Ruby up to it, no booster. Can be a soft touch to Kiliak. Xander will eliminate him. Mafia far side, snaps into the backboard. Duke is there. We are seeing the defense seem to adapt here, Nation, as time seems to go on. Pittsburgh seem to be getting a better and better read of the Nittany Lions. The clear is made. Messi gets the dunk as well to fall back to Nitrous. Good first touch, storming back downfield. Heavy touch on target. Hadarubi poised to make the save again. First minute gone, still tied, nothing. Hadarubi, does he have a counter? He's looking to do it solo, but Xander standing tall in his way.
3:50 to play on the clock here so far in game 4. This is an own goal. Duke's got the first for Pitt.
I mean, the name kind of speaking volumes here is Mafia. I don't know what happened here. The first touch wasn't great. The catch wasn't any better, and the flick attempt was even worse. So Pitt, they'll get a nice goal to start things out.
You take that if you're Pitt in this situation. I mean, Again, you're looking for a reverse sweep. Your offense has to get started. You get handed an own goal, so at this point you got to play with that in mind and keep this score and hold and lead for. They'll keep the lead for as long as you can.
Absolutely. I mean, you get handed a play like that, and there's nothing you can do but smile, say thank you, and move on to the next one, and try and get another opportunity to at least create some sort of cushion. Hatarubi again finds himself a block, big clear upfield. Kiliak's there, one touch of the sidewall, double. Will fall back out to the midfield line. Messi just playing patiently, waiting for the respawn. Now challenges and takes it away from Nitrous. They're locked in a rule one. No, Xander actually just kind of shoves him out of the way, and this one head right back to the midfield line.
Maybe the lobby's just glitched, and I don't know why random people are hopping in here. Back to action. Oh, that's a huge save. Nitrous trying to get back to that one. Nitrous been at Penn State for a little over a year now. This is his second season in CCS. He was here in the fall and I believe the summer. Maybe this is his first year at Penn State.
You know, I cannot tell you, Nation. I have the memory of a goldfish. I do not really remember. But that being said, he seems to have been kind of the staple for this Penn State team. That's a great depth on the shot on target is saved. Hatarubi adds on another one. Kiliak's reset rebound, no good. Hatarubi makes another save. He's got 4 already.
2:11 to go. Flip reset on target. Another save will come through for the Pitt defense. Kiliak's fires and also quickly turned away. 2-minute warning, and Pitt's defense, my goodness, still holding on. Nitrous trying from the corner. Couldn't find a connection.
Demo from Messi on Nitrous, going to buy a little bit more time. Good 50 from Kiliak's, another good 50. Hatarubi needs to make another save, but it's played around him, and Kiliak's gets past all 3 and serves it on a silver platter for Nitrous.
Here with Nitrous to get things started for Penn State. 1-1, 1:49 to go. Pitt got to score again, their actual real first goal, because they got an own goal earlier on.
Yeah, we still need to see their offense kind of take itself. I mean, you get given one, but ultimately you gotta take the initiative and make another one happen. Duke,
there it
double,
is.
He's gonna do exactly that.
What a way to get started. Put some morale booster back in this Pitt offense, and Duke gets the scoring started for real. This time it's 2-1, 100 seconds left.
And Nitrous just had no respect for Duke. You could see him flat-footed in net. Just did not expect Duke to get that double. Maybe just kind of sat there, was expecting something to be a little bit lower, a little bit more off target. Was going to try and counter from there, but Duke got all of it and gets the lead for the Panthers.
Probably a lot of players in this league Nitrous will not give respect to. And this Pitt team, not any of them, but a minute 20 to play. Nitrous knows that he is him, and he's a dang good player, that's for dang sure. But he's got to be able to show respect and at this point in a series take over and lock in the win for Penn State, as he hasn't been able to do that yet. As he hasn't really come alive that much tonight.
I mean, we've still seen some good looks for him, but in this game alone, he's 1 for 7, Nation, as of this moment. I mean, 7 shots, first of all, is insane. He's almost got double the amount of shots of Pitt by himself, and now Kiliak's try is not going to have much. Nitrous fires again. It's going to be saved. Now he's 1 for 8, and he has just been getting shut out. The defense has been looking great for Pitt.
40 seconds left, and now Pitt still hold on to a 1-0 advantage. Jonas, 30 seconds. I mean, Penn State still a lot of time. They struck fairly late in Game 3, but it wasn't enough to pull the win together at the end. But Pitt's defense can't get content down the stretch with 20 to play.
Absolutely, they still got to feel the danger. Nitrous gets past one. Hatarubi picks up another big save. He's got 5 this game. Kiliak's has time, has possession. Messi goes for the ball. Kiliak's plays it low. Hatarubi again is the player to shut it down. Mafia soft touch out. Nitrous, he's got it for the final chance here in regulation for Penn State to get something done. That's a high bounce. Mafia there. Soft shot on target into the crossbar, and Kiliak's is there. We're headed to OT.
And that's what you can't have if you're Pitt. You can't give space to this Penn State offense. They gave too much space and too much time. We're going to overtime.
And now if they drop this OT, they're going to be looking right back to that play where all they had to do was set it down. We just saw some awkward looks off the crossbar, kind of defending with no boost. And now Nitrous double. He's got it locked up. Penn State take it 4-1.
Well, Middle Tennessee State better be scared as Nitrous is coming alive here. 7 seconds gets the game winner, the series winner, to spoil Pitt's unbeaten season.
And I mean, that is just something that can't happen right off the kickoff. A free possession to Xander, a free backboard read, and you just got to get the feeling he's not going to miss those. When he has that opening to seal the deal, he's going to take advantage, and Penn State pick up their first win of CCS Season 5.
And a quality win at that as well. That win should track to April well, as Pitt should be atop the ACC once again. And, again, it's still early. That's a bounce back win that Penn State needed after the way things in Week 1 shook out.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, again, suffered 2 tough losses to 2 pretty good teams in Pitt. They're going to be most likely along the front runners in the ACC, maybe getting that automatic bid. Who knows? And if they do, that would be a great look on the resume for Penn State to take them down 3-1. I think they could have got it done in the sweep, but regardless, they get it done in 4. Get a big win, and now going up against Middle Tennessee State later, trying to even out, going 2-2 through non-con wouldn't be bad with the kind of slate Penn State has.
Not at all. I mean, they play Middle Tennessee State here in 10 minutes, so we'll see how things go there for the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee State all the way out in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We'll see what they can do with the Nittany Lions of Penn State. We're going to go to a break, Jonas. We come back in about 15 or so minutes. Number 3, Missouri takes on unranked San Diego State after the break.